All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're breaking down the top 3 highest paid TV actors of 2026. And look, let me just warn you up front. We are exploring wealth that is so completely absurd, so astronomically high, that it actually loops right back around to being comical. We're talking about the absolute peak of the entertainment mountain here, where these numbers, well, they stop looking like salaries and start looking a whole lot like the GDP of a small country. To really set the stage for the sheer scale of the money we're talking about, it's wealth so extreme that even their coffee probably has a financial advisor. Seriously. After hearing these salaries, your calculator might literally request emotional support. That's the level of financial stratosphere we're dealing with today. Now, what's really interesting here is this direct demand you see everywhere. Hit that subscribe button. And honestly, while we're on the subject, you should absolutely hit subscribe on my YouTube channel too, because this perfectly highlights the underlying theme of our entire explainer. Audience attention is currency. Your click, your view, and your subscription. Those are the foundational building blocks of the multi-million-dollar salaries we are about to look at. Before we officially start the countdown, let's just look at some of the hilarious symptoms of such staggering wealth. Just to create a relatable contrast to our own financial realities. We've got calculators needing emotional support, and my personal favorite, bank apps opening slowly out of sheer embarrassment when they realize how much money they have to process. It's just a great reminder that the entertainment industry operates in a financial reality completely detached from normal life. So with our calculators emotionally prepared, let's get into it. Let's kick off the suspense and start our countdown with the third highest earner in the television world.
Number 3, Jason Sudeikis, the Ted Lasso windfall.
Coming in at number 3, Jason Sudeikis literally turned a role as a fictional, overly optimistic football coach into an absolute real-life money-printing machine. The massive global success of the hit show Ted Lasso meant that he reportedly earned millions per episode. I mean, think about that per episode metric for a second. It's not just a big contract, it's an unbelievable payout every single time a new half hour of television dropped. And this just brilliantly illustrates the sheer absurdity of his success. Imagine getting paid millions per episode, basically, just to motivate people with mustaches and positivity. His lovable personality, his sharp humor, and his really distinct acting style secured him one of television's biggest paychecks. He essentially monetized relentless on-screen optimism to the tune of millions. All right, let's see how this builds as we reveal our runner-up in the earnings race. Number 2, Chris Pratt, the guaranteed audience draw. Chris Pratt has completely cemented himself as one of the single most expensive faces on television today. And it's really thanks to a highly diverse portfolio. From running from dinosaurs to guaranteeing viewership in massive superhero franchises, he took all of that cinematic clout and brought it directly to action-packed streaming shows. That specific genre transition, from massive films to major streaming series, is exactly what brought him these huge paychecks. So, the crucial point here is super simple. People will watch. Producers pay Chris Pratt these massive, eye-watering checks because they know one simple, undeniable fact. If Chris Pratt appears, an audience is pretty much guaranteed. They aren't just paying for his acting, they're buying his built-in audience to reduce the massive financial risks of their wildly expensive streaming shows. And finally, we reach the absolute top of the earnings list, the heavyweight champion of television salaries. Number 1, Kevin Costner, the king of TV money. Thanks to his time on the monster hit series Yellowstone, Kevin Costner became the absolute undisputed king of TV paychecks. His legendary acting career, combined with a massive, highly dedicated fan base and just unprecedented blockbuster TV success, pushed his earnings so phenomenally high that, well, at this point, Kevin Costner probably gets paid every time someone buys a cowboy hat. The cultural phenomenon of Yellowstone was so deeply tied to his presence that his earnings became the stuff of industry legend, pushing him straight to the very top of our list. When you distill it all down, it brilliantly summarizes the completely bizarre nature of Hollywood success. We're looking at exactly what these 3 actors are doing to secure these astronomical salaries from the entertainment industry. Sudeikis, he used mustaches and positivity. Pratt leveraged a history of dinosaurs and superheroes. And Costner dominated by, essentially, wearing cowboy hats. It sounds completely ridiculous when you frame it like this, but these are the very specific, highly lucrative formulas that capture our attention. The cost of entertainment. Who really pays the bill? We've laughed at the calculators needing emotional support, but let's take a hard look at who is really paying the bill for these record-breaking salaries. We see this everywhere, right? Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. But in the context of what we just learned, it proves something absolutely vital: viewer loyalty. Like your decision to subscribe to a channel like my YouTube channel or a premium streaming service. These are the exact tools used to build these massive media empires. When you hit subscribe, you are generating the data and the revenue that ultimately ends up in the bank accounts of Jason Sudeikis, Chris Pratt, and Kevin Costner. Our attention is literally the gold that mines their wealth. Leaving us with this final, highly relatable warning. Are you ready before Netflix increases subscription prices again? As we keep paying higher streaming fees month after month just to see our favorite actors, we really have to wonder, when does the ceiling hit? As these actors' salaries continue to break records, are we, the subscribers, fundamentally the ones holding the bag for Hollywood's most embarrassing bank accounts? It's definitely something to think about the next time you decide to hit play.